there fast enough, and Jordan walks it in. PSG take a 1-goal lead. One more gives them the match.
This could be the final 2 minutes of SK Gaming's meteoric rise and spectacular fall. PSG Esports looking to deliver the final blow here. The coup de grace, you could call it, as coup de ace moves in for the final kill. A total domination.
And it's so clinical. PSG stopped what could have been the juggernauts in the form of SK, and they will go 1-0 up in their group currently, and they finish out SK's record with a 1-1.
So well played by PSG. They were behind in the set score, but managed to pull it back in those later games. Look, if you've got an advantage in Heist and Brawl Ball, you really just got to hold on through those early sets to make it to the end. SK Gaming definitely looking to try to grab that early win here, but not able to pull it off. It's all in the hands of PSG Esports now to try to move on undefeated. They'll be going up against Omen Elite in match number 6 later today.
It didn't have the damage right there. Someone who has tons of damage, though, our host, Falcone.
Now that is what we have all been waiting for. That was a Brawl Stars match to remember. From the 1% victory earlier on in Siege to the domination that PSG laid down in Brawl Ball. That's what we've been waiting for. Let's have a look at the groups and see how things are shaping up, as SK did get a win earlier, but now PSG have come out and they themselves have found a win too. So Group B looking a little bit more interesting than Group A for now, although we are going to give Group B a little bit of a break and get back to Group A, where we have two teams who have both already been taken down by Clash. The question is, how will they do against each other? As we have Red Kalunga, represented by Grigul, Kader, Parzival, and a Camphanate. Grigul likes to surf in his free time, and the entire team have said the biggest strength they have is that they trust each other, despite the fact they've only played together for 3 months. On the other side of things, once again, we have Code Magic, Sun Bentley, Cursed, and KC. Now, Cursed is a Norwegian player, one of the very few that we have in Brawl Stars, and himself and KC have recently been pushing really high on ladder together. Jetton, unfortunately, could not make it here today, but he did say that he wanted to spend his prize money on, well, wasting it on whatever he could think of, so maybe it's for the best that he didn't make it. Anyways, the game is about to start. Trit, Ark, take it away.
Thank you very much, Falcone. Yes, I'm joined by Ark. We had a quick substitution on the desk here. It's going to be me and him who takes you through this game number 5, or match number 5. We keep the terminology correct. And Ark, this one's a bit of an important one for both of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. Both of these teams have not been too successful today, so they really, really need this victory, because whoever doesn't win this game is going to be going home.
Well, not straight away. We'll keep them around for tomorrow. They can sit in the car to the airport right away. We don't mess around here. The show must go on, and it will go on without them. So all to play for here. We saw our first 5-set match. Pretty jealous, aren't you? That we
I was really, really jealous, but I mean, you called it first. You wanted to see it. I think you earned it.
Yeah, all right, we got it. And hopefully, maybe we can provide some kind of wish fulfillment here. Maybe this does go to distance. This does go down to the wire, because Clash seem pretty dominant. They might be in a league of their own. That's to be determined tomorrow. These teams might be a little bit more even.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Oh, we've got some bands coming in here as well. We've got Max and Mr. P again. Both of these two brawlers today have seen a lot of bans, and I can see why.
Yeah, Mr. P, I believe, is just generally pretty strong. Let's not kid ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And then Max has amazing value with that added mobility you provide to your team. So there's a lot to play for by taking those off of the field. You know, we've seen a couple of Gene bans today as well. So Gene's going to be available, quite a strong pick depending on which map and archetype we go to. There's still some good options available.
Yeah, absolutely. With Gene now on the table, I think that's going to change up a lot here. Unfortunately, Jesse is actually not available to be here today for Code Magic. It's actually one of the best Genes in Europe. But nonetheless, Code Magic are very, very competent at using Genes, so I think we can pretty much safely say it's going to be on the cards.
Yeah, so Gene's not going to be there. Oh, Gene could be there, sorry. But it's just their Gene expert, however, just not here, as you greatly highlighted. Layer Cake, if you've not been watching, is our first port of call on the bounty map archetype, and you should be familiar with the other two, but we'll recap them as and when we need to. Layer Cake provided some great play, very passive at times, especially to start with, but we've seen explosive reactions based off of the early stages.
Oh, and we've seen some amazing reactions at the end stage as well with that fantastic snipe that we saw earlier from Guille today, and some very quick turnarounds. And hopefully Code Magic have had a chance to kind of put that in their past, and hopefully they can come back and give us a really, really good show here. And Bounty is always my personal favorite game mode. I'm not gonna lie, it is one that I've always had a really, really soft spot for. Although we do see some draws from time to time, it nevertheless for me just remains to be that kind of that game mode that can just anything can happen and it can all change in the final second.
I'm more of a showdown warrior myself.
Oh no!
I train in the dojo and I go into the showdown solos. Mono, e-mono, 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 because there's a lot of people there.
Just when I thought we could be friends, Fred.
Oh no! Have I gone down a few pegs in your books now? Is that what's happened, huh? Well, hopefully
Going in.
it won't actually change that much after this game, because we're going to be jumping into it. So, as we've seen in the past, Brock Tick Piper seems to be the go-to composition for teams when it comes to playing this particular map.
Yeah, Casey running Incendiary there. Actually, Kadu there not actually running. He's running full rocket there, which is just an interesting thing to note. Probably able to put a bit more pushback pressure onto Code Magic there. Actually, I think he's at somebody very, very low there. Has to go back to heal up there. Should be okay though, but no one's got that middle star yet. It's still sitting there waiting to be collected.
We always talk about the risk and reward of it, don't we, Ark? If you go in and you get yourself killed, then it's a 2-for-1 trade.
Yeah, and they're cursed against Solo. Oh, a takedown there. Kadu.
Some Bentley taking them out, so it gives
Yeah,
an
some
early
Bentley
lead
was very
to
slow.
Stars over to Code Magic. Now they can just hold on to this one. We'll give the star over to Gweekle, who will walk away with that 1 star and make it only a slight deficit. They need to be able to still take the lead at some point. Parzival is sitting on the head first, so they can get some chip damage. They might be able to find an opportunity to yeet that one in.
Yeah, 1 kill here from Rekaluna, and they will take the lead here. Tickhead going out from Parzival. It's shut down quick, though, by KC.
Quite easily. They all paid it respect, though, and created that gap of distance and able to take that one out.
And the return takedown as well from Rekaluna. They're not falling for these Tickheads in any way, but got to be mentioned here, Code Magic pushed back into their spawn here, and this could be a chance here for Rekaluna.
Yeah, it's really annoying, because, like, Sun Bentley is sitting on the pop-in right now, but he can't really use it. He doesn't want to destroy the cover in his own spawn. So he has to be very careful when he can press forward. He can maybe get away with it, but if he's getting tagged by Gweekle like that, he's not going to be able to do anything.
This is so much pressure, and they just have to hold on. Code Magic just have to hold on for another 10 seconds, but 1 kill here from Rekaluna could end it all, and Sabelli's over down!
Incendiary was able to find it with the help of Parzival, and they go into full retreat, head first, thrown out on the backside. And that's going to be the first game going over to Red Kalunga.
Oh my goodness me. It was a really, really tough spot there for Code Magic. They were pushed back into the spawn at a very early stage in that end game process. And when that happened, it was really only a matter of time before Red Kalunga were just able to get the pinch, and there we see it in the replay there. It was such an unfortunate situation there, but nevertheless, first game goes to Red Kalunga.
Yeah, 1 more gives them a first set win. It's actually for both of them, it could be their first